Have you ever stared at your credit report, feeling like you're reading a foreign language? Or maybe you've spotted an error that's making your blood boil. And you're thinking, I need to talk to Transunion, stat. But how do you actually do that? Well, if you're like most people, you probably think, call them. But let's be real, who wants to sit on hold for hours? Today, we're diving into a much more efficient way to get in touch with Transunion, email. Now, I know what you're thinking. Email? Really? Isn't that going to take forever to get a response? Trust me, I've been there. But with the right approach, emailing Transunion can be a game changer. It's like having a written record of your conversation, and you can take your time crafting the perfect message without feeling rushed. But before we jump into the nitty-gritty of crafting that perfect email, let's talk about why you might need to contact Transunion in the first place. Maybe you've discovered an error on your credit report, or perhaps you're disputing a debt. Maybe you're freezing your credit or placing a fraud alert. Whatever the reason, understanding why you're reaching out is crucial to writing an effective email. So, let's break down the common reasons people contact Transunion. First up, credit report errors. These can be anything from incorrect personal information to inaccurate account information. These mistakes can seriously impact your credit score, so it's essential to get them corrected ASAP. Next, disputing a debt. If you believe a debt listed on your credit report is inaccurate or doesn't belong to you, you can dispute it with Transunion. This is where things can get a little tricky, so we'll dive deeper into how to craft a strong dispute email later on. Then there's credit freezes and fraud alerts. These security measures can protect your identity and credit, but you'll need to contact Transunion to set them up or lift them. Now that we've covered some common reasons to contact Transunion, let's talk about finding the right email address. Unfortunately, there's no one-size-fits-all email address for every situation. Transunion has different departments for different issues. So, you'll need to do a little digging to find the right email address for your specific problem. A good starting point is Transunion's website. They often have contact information listed, including email addresses for various departments. Look for sections like Consumer Support, Dispute Center, or Fraud Alerts. You can also try searching online for specific Transunion email addresses related to your issue. Once you've found the right email address, it's time to craft your email. A well-written email is more likely to get a quick and helpful response. Start with a clear and concise subject line. Something like credit report dispute, account number XXXX, or credit freeze request, social security number XXXX is a good starting point. In the body of your email, clearly state your name, account number, and the reason for contacting Transunion. Be specific about the issue you're facing. If you're disputing a debt, provide as much detail as possible about the account, including the creditor's name, account number, and any relevant dates. Attach any supporting documentation to your email. This could include copies of your credit report, bills, or other relevant documents. Finally, politely request a response within a specific time frame. Something like, please respond to this email within 10 business days is appropriate. Now, let's talk about some common mistakes people make when emailing Transunion. First, don't be vague or generic in your email. Be clear and concise about your issue. Second, avoid using all caps or excessive exclamation points. It can come across as unprofessional and may annoy the recipient. And third, don't include personal or sensitive information in the subject line of your email. So, what happens after you send your email? Well, you should receive a confirmation email from Transunion acknowledging your message. The time it takes to receive a response can vary depending on the issue and the volume of emails Transunion is receiving. If you don't receive a response within a reasonable time frame, follow up with a polite email or phone call. Be persistent, but stay calm and professional. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.